Hi, my name is Michael Dorsey. This is my deaf event presentation. For my deaf event, I went to the California School for the Deaf in Riverside, California. What they were having was a silent night traveler. So as we entered, we paid our $5 to get in. We got this little passport. Didn't know what to expect. I knew I had to do this as a requirement for the class. Like anything else, I went into it a little blind. I knew it was going to be a deaf event, obviously, but not otherwise than that, I didn't know what to expect. So like I said, got these little passports. As we walked in, I walked into the room. It was set up in the gymnasium. There was a lot of people standing around. People were signing. There were a few people who could talk. I could tell the students like myself who were there as far as a project. So it felt kind of awkward to begin. Here's a little on my phone. Took a picture of the auditorium. There's some students standing in line. I'll explain a little more in a bit. So I guess the principal of the school got up on stage. He told everybody this was the last time he was going to talk during the entire event. If you talked, you'd get locked up in a little jail booth they had. So he told everybody to turn off their voices. So the anticipation was a little high in the air, especially since I know this is my second session of ASL, but still, I wasn't anywhere near proficient enough to talk to somebody who's deaf. But I said, what the heck, I'm here anyhow. It went great. Like I said, we got our passports. They explained how you went around to each table. There were 3 cards on the table. There was like a post office. They had three examples you had to sign on the table. Like if you wanted to buy stamps, if you wanted to mail something, you had to sign it to the person. After you signed it correctly, you communicate for a little bit. They'd make a little mark in your passport, and you go on to the next thing. As you can see, I never got put in jail. I didn't talk. But I went to the fast food booth. They asked to order a hamburger or a hot dog or anything else like this. Like I said, you had 3 choices at every table you went to. So I walked around, had a deaf bucks, get some coffee, at a hair salon, even though I don't need it. I went to the hair salon. At psychology, at a food mart, a whole bunch of things. But it was just a cool idea because it forced you to go around to different tables. Even though I wasn't feeling comfortable, by halfway through it, I felt a little bit more comfortable with the different signs, and they were real open to correct you there. I never got anybody's name, but each of the people at the table were really helpful. If you did the sign incorrectly, they try to help you correct it, and then it'd make you sign the whole thing over again, which was really cool. So yeah, I learned a lot of new signs. Hamburger, all different types of things. So I felt the event was very positive. I'm glad I went. There was only 2 other people from our class that went to this certain event, but it was a great event. I had a great time. Stayed there probably roughly about an hour and a half. Went around to all the booths, and then had to go. Looking back at my experience and learning how to sign, it's something, I guess we all are kind of interested, especially being hearing. What it'd be like to lose your hearing and be forced into signing is totally different, but you always see people signing, and you want to learn how to sign correctly. You don't want to be like that interpreter at the Mandela funeral. So I took it in stride, and I found that signing is pretty cool. It's really hands-on. It's almost like acting, but you're communicating at the same time. It's a lot better than using your words. It seems like you really get a point across. People are real animated, real emotional about it. Like you said, you cut straight to the point. There's not a lot of chase to it. So it's just a good thing to learn, and never know when it's going to come in handy. Sometime throughout my life, I'd like to keep current with it. The books and flashcards that I've got through this class, I'll keep. And it's just one of those things. I'm glad I took the time to learn about it. That's it. So like I said again, I went to USR for the Silent Night Traveler event a couple weeks back, and I had a great time. That's it. Thank you.